today I'm going to be showing you how to make the Shockjaw dragon. It is from the game Rise of Berk. And I'm going to be showing you how to make him. All the skills that I used to make him I learned from Courtney Nicole from How to Loom Your Dragon. She makes a ton of dragons just like this, although her designs look a bit cooler than mine. Here's my other one. So this is going to be taking quite a few bands, and here are the colors I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using this pastel teal for the main body. It is one of my favorite colors to use. I'm also going to be using this clearish color. It actually turns blue when it's in the sunlight. I'm going to be using that for the stomach and jaw. I'm going to be using yellow for the spikes and wings. I'll be using some green to put into the wings just to give it a bit more color. I'm going to use gray for the horns and claws. You're going to need 3 pink for the tongue, 4 yellow for the eyes. I'm using mango actually to make it different from this. And you'll need 2 black for the eyes. You can do black for the claws and horns if you'd like. And you'll also need 1 other color for tying off all the different parts of his body. So let's get started. We'll start with his legs. So take a gray band, wrap it around your hook, creating 4 loops, just like that. Then you're going to double loop a teal. You're going to pull those 4 loops onto the band and reclaim the end, just like that. You're going to double loop 2 more. So now you have 3. Now you're going to take 3 of the teal and you're going to put them all on the end of your hook and pull that on. Make sure you get all of the loops wrapped around. So, just like that. That is 1 leg. You are going to need to make 4 of them total, so 3 more, just like that. So you can pause the video and do that. So tie it off with your random color. We will be taking these off later, so don't worry about what color it is. So now we're going to work on the lower jaw, but first we're going to make all these spikes and horns and things for his head. There's more than you would think. So we'll start with the chin spike. You're going to take a teal band, and you're going to wrap it around your hook, creating 4 loops, just like we did for the leg. You're going to double loop 1, and you're going to pull that band on. Then you're going to take your white or clear or whatever color you're using for his stomach, and you're going to double loop that, and you're going to make a chin spike just like that. So you need to make 1 more of those, and you can set it aside. Next we'll make the horns. So I'm going to be using gray. So you're going to wrap 1 around your hook, creating 4 loops. And then you're going to double loop 3 gray. Pretty easy. And you're going to need to make 2 horns. So double loop 3 on the cap band. You can set that aside to make 2 horns. Next we'll make the nose spike. This one's pretty easy. Just take 3 pastel teal or whatever color you're using. Wrap it around your hook, and then you're going to double loop twice. You just need 1 nose spike. And you can set that aside with everything else. Then we're going to make some head spikes. That's one of the big differences between this one. I'm going to be putting a head spike like right here, and it's going to be a bit larger than these spikes, so we'll make that real quick. So I'm going to use the yellow and some green to give it more color. So wrap one around your hook, wrap a yellow around your hook, then double loop. Like that. Then double loop again. And then you're going to take 3. I'm going to do 2 yellow and a green. And then I'm going to do that one more time. So there you have a head spike. So you can set that with the other spikes and things. So now we're going to make the jaw. First we can make the tongue. It's actually really easy. So you just take a pink band, wrap it around your hook, then double loop twice. So you can set your tongue aside once you make it with the other things. We'll be using it shortly though. So just like that. There you have his tongue. So put that with everything else. We're going to need it soon. So take 2 bands, 2 of your white bands. I'm just going to call it white because I generally use white for the stomach and jaw. And you're going to put it like that. Then you're going to take a chin spike. And you're going to put that on right there. Sorry. Make sure you get all the loops around. So you put 2 down and then you put a spike. So take 2 more and put down your other chin spike. Right there. Then take 2 more and put them right down the center. So now you can go down the sides. And just put 3 down and come in like that. And you can do it on the other side. Just like that. So now you can put 2 bands here, make horizontals. Courtney Nichols calls them horizontals even though they're really more like verticals, so it's just a habit. So put 3 triangles. This is all 2 bands. Now take a single band. You're going to cap it off by wrapping it around 4 times. Just like that. Now we can begin to loom. So go under the capping band and find the top 2. It's a bit tricky because they're all the same color. So pull them up. And then pull the other 2 up. And then the 2 in the center. So you can go almost all the way in the center. So right here we're going to attach the tongue. So grab your tongue onto your hook. You're going to attach it right there. And you can loop that up. Now you can loop up both of the sides. And then you can tie off each of your ends with your random color. So now you can pull your jaw off. There we go. Alrighty, so there we have his little jaw with the chin spikes and the tongue. So there you have that. Now we can work on the head. So take 3 blue bands. So put 3 right there. Then take 2 down the middle. And right now you're going to grab your nose spike. Take 2 bands, so put it on your hook. Take 2 bands and pull it onto there. And you're gonna put those 2 bands from here to here with the spike facing down. So the spike is on this, right there. Now you're going to take 2 to either side. And this is where you're going to put down your horns. So grab the horns, and you're going to attach them to these 2 ends, these 2 pegs. If they're curved, you want them curving up, but there's not going to be a whole lot of curve to them because they're only 3. So now you're going to take 2 more down like this, and then you're going to go in. Then you can do the other side. Just like that. So this is what it should look like. So we're going to make the eyes now. So wrap a mango band around your hook, creating 4 loops. Then take a black, wrap that around, creating 4 loops. Then a yellow or mango, whatever color you want your eyes to be. You're going to squish that down, and then you're going to make another eye. Wrap it around, then a black. So you need to really squish it so that it all fits. Now you're going to take 2 blue bands, and you're going to pull all of those onto there. So that takes a minute if you haven't done it a lot. So just get all of those yellow bands, all the eye bands onto this. All right, so now you have all of those on there. You're going to put the ends here and here. And now you need to spread the eyes apart and get the middle 2 bands right here. There's one. So you want to put them right around this peg. So I need to go in and find one more of the middle bands and pull it around that peg. Just like that. Now we're going to cap off the end, and we can begin to loom. We will be attaching the jaw as we loom. Oh, we need to attach the head spike real quick. So I'm going to attach it. So pull these bands and let them fall. I'm going to put the spike right here. You can put it here or here, although that will make it harder to loom these bands later. So I'm going to put mine right here. So take your spike and put it on and turn it so that it's down. Then you can just put those back on top. So now we can go into the capping band and pull up first the top 2 bands, then the next 2. So be careful that your bands don't break. It's okay if one of them breaks because you have 2 bands. It just won't look as nice. So you can loom up the center up to this peg. Now go back into the sides and loom up till you reach the horns. So once you reach the horns, stop there. You can do the same on the other side. There we go. So now take your jaw, turn it so that the chin spikes are facing up. You're going to go through one of the sides, go through the loops. Make sure you go through them instead of between them. If you go between them like that, it won't work. So you have to follow this band through. I have gone between the loops trying to make a dragon before, and I had to leave my tying bands on. It looked very, very not professional. So attach it to these pegs, attach it to this peg, and loop those two up. Now do the other side. You can't do the middle until you get the other two there. So get that one, put it around that peg. Make sure all the bands get on. Go down. Ooh, one of my bands broke, so I'm just gonna leave it. You need to push the jaw down, go under this spike band, under this spike, grab the two in the center. And you can pull this up and you can attach the last set of loops. So just put it on like that, then go down and grab the 3 bands at the bottom under all those. So I think I got like 5 somehow. So we'll go with those. There, I'm gonna tie off with gray because I've already tied off my my jaw with purple. So I just want to do something to make it a bit different. So I don't accidentally pull it off because that would be very, very sad. Okay, now I can pull him off and see how he looks. So, his tongue is sticking up through his head. So, there we go. One little shock jaw. So you can pull his spike up and adjust the horns and the spike. So his head is a bit wider than his jaw, but that's okay because he's cute. Oh, look at him. So if you broke a band like I did, you can just pull it out and put it aside and throw it away later. So you can pull the tying bands off of the jaw, but don't pull it off of his neck. That would make you very, very sad. So there we have our Shockjaw baby. Well, at least his head. So now we are going to work on the wings. So I'm going to show you how to make one of the wings, and you're going to need to make a second one. And you're going to need to make it opposite. Well, you don't have to, but it will help because here's the wing I've already made. So this is what I like to call the nice side. And then there's the not so nice side with the bands are a bit more twisted. It looks better on the video, but to see how this one is nice and this one's not so nice. So I'm going to be showing you how to make one of it. And basically all you have to do is just flip it upside down. So I'm going to be putting the blue like that, but when you make it reverse, you need to put it up like that. One way to do it is to put a mirror in front of your screen. It works. And do it exactly how you see it in the mirror. So put 2 there, then 2 going down. So you're taking your teal, and then you're going to go down 5 times. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you're going to take your yellow, and you're going to go here. So put the yellow right there, and you're going to go down 5 times in the center. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you're going to go down 5 times on the top row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now take 2 yellow and you're going to go down from this peg to this peg. So from here to here. And then you're going to go from here to here. So I did 2 there and 2 there. Now we can cap off each of our ends. Let's wrap it around 4 times. I know I'm not very fast at capping it off. 4 and 2, 3, 4. So now you can take your green, you can put, that's 3, you can put 2 here and 2 here, just like that. Then you're going to double loop one and put it here. And double loop one and put it there. So when you do it reverse, I like to take a picture of the wing before I start looming it. And then I look at the picture as I'm doing it and just put the blue on the top. It's the same thing, just upside down. So now we can start looming. So start on the blue, go down into here, loop up until you reach this yellow band, and you're going to loop over. Oopsies, dropped my hook. And you're going to loop those 2 yellow over. Then you can loop up here until you reach this peg. Now you can go under the middle. You're going to loop up, and loop over. Loop over to this one. You can loom these. Loom the yellow to here, then go over, grab the diagonal, and loop the last blue there. Now you can go into this capping band, pull it up, and then you can just loom to the end on this row. Nothing special to do here. So now you can take your 2, you can take 2 of your random color and just tie that off. So pull it off. So there you have a wing. So remember, go back and make another one. Make it reverse if you can figure it out. If not, that's fine. They'll just be, mine don't really bend that much, but some of them do bend more, and they would both be bending the same way. But if you can do it reverse, that's great. So set those aside, and we are going to make some spikes now. So take your yellow. You can add some green into these if you want. I didn't do that with my original spikes, so take a yellow and wrap it around 4 times. Then double loop a yellow and pull it on, reclaim. Double loop another yellow. And then take 2 yellow and pull that on. So there is 1 spike. You need to make 5 more, just like this. So that's going to be the spikes for his back. You need 6 of those spikes total. Now we're going to make a smaller spike. So take yellow, wrap it around, double loop a yellow, pull that on, make sure you get all of them on there. Double loop another yellow. There we go. And then double loop 1 more. So these are the smaller spikes. These are going to go on the end of the tail. So you need to make 3 of those spikes. Sorry, you don't need to make 3 like that. So pull it off. You're going to just double loop 1, and then you're going to take 2. I'm sorry, I completely messed up on that. So double loop 1 and then take 2. So the other one we double looped 2 and then took 2, but this one you're just double looping 1. You need to make 3 of those. I changed the way I made the spike last minute, so I'm sorry. So make 3 of those. Capping band, then a double looped, then 2. Just like that. So now we're going to work on the body. So we're going to put our loom in offset. I forgot to tell you that for the wing you had to have it in rectangular. So we're going to start, let me count something real quick. Okay, so we are going to take 3 bands right here. And let me check. Have to count how many rows there are on him. So there's 1. Let's see, I can't see under all this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. So put the 3 there, and then you're going to take a spike. Sorry about that. You're going to take one of the large spikes and put it right there. Then take 3 more, and then 3 again, and you're going to put another spike. And then you're going to take 3 again, and 3 again. So 5 sets of 3, and you attach spikes, and you attach 1 more spike here. So you should have 5 with spikes here, here, and here. Voice is getting worn out. So now you're going to go to the end with blue, with 2 blue at a time. And we're going to be attaching spikes. I haven't made a dragon video in a while, so a bit out of practice. So put 2 there. Put a spike there. It looks like I missed a band, so I'm gonna do that again. 2 there. 2 there. 2 there. I meant to put a spike here, then 2, then 2. Then another spike right there. And then you put 2 and 2 again. And then you put the last big spike right there. And then you put 2 more right at the end. So you should have it all the way down. 3 bands here, 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 and here. And then 2 bands all the way to the end. All 6 of your big spikes should be on the loom. So now, the 3rd spike, put 2 out, 2 diagonally. Then put 2 more there. Then 2 there. 2 here. 2 up to here. Now we're going to attach our wings. So if your wings bend, you want them to be bending up. So we're going to attach the 2 ends right here. So put 2 there, then put 2 more bands, and then attach the other end right here. Then you're going to put 2 like that, and 2 over. Now we're going to do that on the other side. So put 2 there, and there. Oh, yes, wing here. Now we're going to attach our wing directly opposite from the other one. So it should be curving up if it curves. So you should have your wings like that. And then you can take 2 here and 2 here. Now take your head and you're going to go through the 6 loops at the end, right here. I'm going to tie it off with a gray band. You're going to attach them to this peg upside down. So just like that, upside down. Now we can put our horizontals on. You can do yellow for the horizontals if you'd like, but I'm just going to do blue. So 2 blue there. 2 here, we're just making triangles. Pretty easy. Move my stuff out of the way. Just do triangles all the way down to the end of the body, like that. So you may notice that we didn't put on any legs yet. That's fine, we're going to be putting them on as we loom. So go under and grab the top 2 bands and loom them over, just like that. And grab the next 2. And then you can go almost all the way up the center of the body. So go under each of the spikes and stop right here. So 1 before they all come together. Then you can take a leg and put it on your hook. Just go through the loops. And then you can go in here and loop up, and you can pull that leg on as you loop up that band right there. So like that. So it should be sticking up in the air. Then you can loom up the side. Loom up to here. Now you can take another leg, and we're going to do the same thing. Just go through, pull it up, and pull it onto that band. Then you can loop in the diagonal, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So, put a leg onto your hook, loop this up. That's only one of the bands, so make sure you get both of them. So, pull the leg on. Then you can loom up the side. Not getting the right number of bands. So there's 2. So take your last leg and pull it on like that. You can loop that one up. You can loop the center up, and then you can just loom to the end of the tail. Make sure you get all 3 of the bands that are in here. This one came off. There's so many bands on here. So let's see, not grabbing the right ones. Can be kind of tricky. There we go. So just loom each set of 3 bands until you reach the end. And then you can tie off with a purple band. And then we can pull him off the loom and see how he looks. So be gentle. Be kind of tricky with the ones that have the spikes in the wings. Alrighty. So, there is his body. Look at him. He's adorable. So, it does look a bit funny on his stomach because we are going to be adding a stomach later. After we do the tail. So once he has a stomach, he'll look better. You can leave him flat like this if you want, but it looks way better with a stomach. So you can pull off all the tying bands around the wings and the legs and the neck. And you can pull his spikes up. Stay up, Spike. Just don't pull the tying band off the end of the tail, because if you did, then he would come apart and you would be very sad because you'd have to go back and do him all over again. And that would not be fun. And there's one more by the neck. Let's see. If you can't get them, you can just break it, pull it until it snaps. So if you don't like the spike by the head, the big spike, you can cut it off with scissors. Just go into here and snip it like that. But I think it looks cool. So let's finish the tail. I have a little bit of counting to do real quick. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You are going to double loop 1. Can't see. There. So double loop 2, and then you're going to attach one of your little spikes here. Attach a little spike. Then you're going to double loop 3 more. And attach another spike right there. Another one of your little spikes. Then double loop. Let's say twice. We'll say 3 times. 3 times. Put your last little spike right there. And then put 2 sets of 3. Let's see, does that seem right? Yeah, that seems right. If you want to make another big spike and put it right there, you can do that. I think I'll just let him have a shorter tail than the other one. So you can make one more big spike or a little spike and put it right here if you want, and then put 2 more right there if you want his tail to be a little longer. I'm gonna do mine a little bit shorter and just go ahead and attach it here. So attach him so he is upside down, right there. And then you can just loom straight up. And my loom is trying to come apart as I loom, so that's not good. So that's why it's making all those creaking sounds. So then take a blue and tie off the end. Then you can pull them off, or just pull the whole thing off. So there you have the end of the tail. So this spike is a bit wonky, so is this one. So if the spikes are sideways, then you can just pull them over. And it's alright if the spikes look a little big. Let's see, pull off the tying band here in the middle of the tail. Sometimes they can be a bit tricky to get. So there we go. Then we want to hide this band at the end of the tail. So you can go into one of these loops, one of these sets right here, and pull it through. And then after I pull it through, I like to wrap it around the end a few times. Make sure it's hidden. You can wrap it around the spike if you want to. And there you have the end of the tail. So now we just need to make the stomach and then he'll be done. We need to make it and attach it. Can't forget that part. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bands there. Let me count again just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So put your loom back together if yours came apart, and you want it in the offset position. So you're going to go down the middle 7 times with 2 bands, 2 of your white bands. Five, 6, and 7. Now we are going to go down the sides. So once you have it filled in like that, little stomach, 7 down the middle, and then fill in the sides. You can do some horizontal bands, some triangles. Oh, that one came off. So now take some of your blue bands and you're just going to lay them on. Actually, cap off the end first. Cap chop off the end, creating 4 loops. So take a band and just lay it like that. This is for stomach attachment. This is Courtney Nicole's way of stomach attachment. I did not come up with this on my own. And all of these techniques I learned from her. So if you want to learn them as well, go check out one of her dragons. I suggest starting with the adult Terrible Terror or the Whispering Death baby. So lay them on like that, and now we can start to loom. So like Courtney Nicole says, you want to act as if the bands aren't there, but you don't want them to fall off. So my capping band just came off, so I'm going to need to put it back on. So you're going to take the top 2 once you have a capping band on there. 3 and 4. So put that on. So carefully grab the top 2. There's 1. And there's 2. So now you can loom up this side. Just loom straight up. My bands are kind of falling off the other side, but I'll fix it. So then you can loop into the center there. So put these back on if they fell off. If they fall off, just put them back on and keep looming. So now we can loom up the other side. And you can loop up the center. So now you can tie off with the blue band once you've loomed the whole thing. Pull it tight, and then stick your hook in and pull it off. So there we have his little stomach, pretty little stomach. So pull all the bands out to the sides so you can see them all. Now we're going to attach it to him, so you don't need the loom for this. So take your guy, and you're going to put him upside down. You're just going to put the stomach like that. So you want to make sure that you can see where it goes. So it doesn't matter which end you put where, but to make sure that each end is where it's supposed to be. And now you can go into this set of bands right by the neck. You could actually go into the neck if you'd like. You're going to go through, grab this band, and pull it through, except it got caught on the chin spike. So let's try that again. Go through, grab the band, and pull it through. So see it sticking out the neck like that? So we're just going to do that for the rest of the loops. So I'm going to go into the one right here by the leg, and then this one by the wing. You're just pulling them to the top. Try not to catch any other bands. It's kind of hard to do if you've never done this way of attaching a stomach before. And you can go into this one. It doesn't matter that much which sets you go through. You don't have to do them the same as mine, as long as you just get them through. And it doesn't even matter if they're the same on each side. Just make sure they get through. I do like having them on the same one though. It makes it look a bit more even. Sorry if I'm like putting this all up in the camera. I'm trying to look at it. and have it in the camera at the same time. So once you've pulled them all through, you can see all of them sticking up. I like to do it with my hook. You can do it with your fingers too, and you're going to go through and then pull it like that. Then go through the next one, hook it, and pull it through. Make sense? So then you're just going to do that around the whole dragon with all of these bands. Till you get to the last one, and then I'm just going to wrap it around the leg here for now. So there you have your Shockjaw baby. So I hope you like him. You can adjust him how you want. Be sure to check out some of my other videos. Be sure to check out Courtney Nicole as well. She came up with all of these ways of making a dragon. And I shall see you again soon. Bye!